What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Yo.
Um, we had Crown Jewel and a few episodes of Raw and SmackDown. So
Yeah, but we're just talking. Are we just going over Crown Jewel results?
I mean, we can talk about what happened with like the Bloodline and stuff as well.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
All
All right.
so
So, Crown Jewel results.
this kid Haidyn
I-
cooked me in our predictions.
Oh, yeah. I
he
still haven't
absolutely
gotta
destroyed
watch
me.
the predictions video and see how you. I still haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it,
No.
bro.
I'm still gonna watch it and see how you did it.
All right, so
I know.
Well-
I'm bad. It's okay.
well, I'm gonna spoil it for you then.
You already told me the results. You said I cooked you. You told me the numbers. I forget what it was, but you already told me.
Yeah, it was 11-19.
Yeah, I cooked you. I don't remember exactly what I even did.
You
But
fucking destroyed me.
I think it was just the Cody pick, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much a difference because that was my strongest confidence match.
Yeah.
Was that you knew Cody was gonna win. But anyway, let's.
I thought Gunther was winning that, but I thought wrong, I guess. All right, so
it would have been nice. Don't get me wrong.
We had Temu Bloodline versus OG Bloodline.
I can't believe they started with that match. To be honest with you,
I picked Temu for 5 points. He picked OG for
I
6.
picked OG. I genuinely thought that because I remember Solo getting the up. Yo, sorry if you can hear that. I remember Solo having the upper hand last time, so I'm like, all right, they're gonna give it to Roman. Roman's gonna win here, and then this is gonna build towards Survivor Series for winner takes all.
Nope.
To me, it didn't make sense to have thinking about it to have the Bloodline 2.0 go in as the winner, or come out as the winner, but they did, and
now you're seeing the results of that, which is them being stronger built.
Yeah, and you're. Can you hear my dog?
Slightly. It's not a big deal though. So having them win that match built them up to be stronger, obviously, and now Roman looks like a jobber in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't appreciate the
I don't like how he's looking right now.
Nope. It's not a good look.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's necessarily all his fault.
What I think they're doing is trying to make Roman look so weak that we finally cheer for Cody. Like Bloodline fans.
No. That's never gonna happen.
They're trying to get us to turn on him. They're trying to get us to turn on him. That's what they're doing. I think that's what it is. I genuinely believe that's what it is.
I think. See, I don't. I can't see Triple H putting down the guy that was on top for 4 years, right? And then just completely, disappearing, coming back and being dismantled and things like that. I don't see that. I can see the conspiracy theory type there because there's you have your Roman fans and you have your Cody fans, but I don't think most people are gonna boo Roman. I mean you see it at every show that he has the support of everybody, so it's like I don't necessarily buy into what you said. In a conspiracy theory world or type way maybe, but like I said, I do think that they should have won. To kind of make it that I don't know, just to make it that 1-1, just to kind of you had a point where Solo looks strong, you have a point where Roman looks strong. Now that all culminates into War Games.
I like that the OG Bloodline lost.
You like that they lost?
Yes.
Okay.
Because Solo looks like a fucking beast now. Solo looks incredibly strong.
Oh, absolutely. I also think that there's certain, like I said, when I had said that I don't believe that it's all Roman's fault. I know there's been this whole beef kind of thing with Jay, and this whole thing of like, oh, we're gonna do this the way I say it and this and that. He's like, but if you act like the tribal chief, then I'm out. It's like, but Jay, you, in a way, you got to fall in line.
Yeah.
This is still the bloodline. Like, you are still, if you're calling yourself, if this is going to be the OG bloodline, then you need to act that way.
Yep.
What he did during that match, I believe, cost him.
Yep.
You had a fresh Roman Reigns sitting there waiting.
And you tagged in
your brother who just got his ass beat.
Yeah. That was so dumb.
You looked at Roman and pretty much refused to tag him in.
Yep.
That's, as someone who, as Jay should know, he's one of the best, if not part of the best tag team to ever exist.
Oh, the best.
That's not how a tag team should operate.
No, they are the best tag team.
So,
no doubt.
I know the way, I can see the way they're trying to build it, but at the same time, Jay needs to fall in line. And I think Roman kind of has to put his foot down, but I think he's afraid to because he just gave in to Jay.
Yep.
Saying, oh, you're like, yeah, come on, like, help me out. Like, I need your help. And he's trying to be that nice guy, but Roman is, they're still calling him the OTC, but then Jay's like, oh, you're not going to act like the tribal chief around me. It's like, that's exactly who he is, though. Like,
exactly.
You're gonna allow, not that Jay is a smaller counterpart or anything, but obviously Roman Reigns is the main guy. You're gonna allow the other guy to dictate how this goes. I don't know. I just don't see it working, and I just the same way we saw it not work at Crown Jewel. If that's how things are going into War Games, you're going to get this. Unfortunately, you're going to get the same result. I don't see them putting Roman Reigns. I think
I'm going to say I think the Temu Bloodline wins at War Games too.
I don't know that. That's not.
I think they win. I think they win.
I don't see happening.
I think they win. What happened to your camera, bro?
It just goes blurry sometimes. I need a better camera.
Yes, you do.
This is the same camera I've had since I started my streaming career all those years ago. I don't know. I definitely think the OG Bloodline wins the Survivor Series. I think they win at War Games. You're not gonna put Roman down like a sad little puppy. You're not gonna.
So how does this progress? Do we get after Survivor Series? What match are we getting for like Solo and Roman and the Bloodline? What happens after Survivor Series? Because there has to be something that happens.
I definitely think there's that. If say the OG Bloodline does win a Survivor Series, it's now Roman Reigns is. Are you going to consider him the tribal chief? But at the same time, it's like, well, you guys just lost at Crown Jewel. Now you guys win at War Games. Now it's truly 1-1.
Yeah.
Do you build off that and say, okay, Roman,
do we do
Solo,
Roman versus Solo 1-on-1 at Rumble?
At Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, do you let it build?
But I think Roman wins the Rumble though. He's not going to be in two matches. I mean, he could be, but
the Rumble. I see, but they've done that so many times where it's like someone that's competing is still in the Rumble. So it's, so I don't think that takes away from anything.
Or maybe it's that Saturday night main event. They do Roman versus Solo.
When is that? I forget when that is.
I think it's at the end of December, or January, the beginning of January. I don't know.
Saturday night.
I think they might do it there.
December 14th.
Yeah, I think they might do it there.
No.
I think they might.
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to do that right after War Games.
I don't know. They might. Yo, War Games is in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be lit.
Well, it's what, 2.5 weeks?
You have the day off or no?
No.
Rip. Ronnie's coming over.
Well, so, wait, yes, I lied, because it's after, it's literally the day I'm flying home from vacation, so
So are you going to be here?
At your house?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, you're flying to vacation or home from vacation?
home from vacation, but
Yeah.
I won't be. But I don't think I'll be home in time.
Oh well.
Yeah, because I don't think I'll be home in time. So I gotta watch literally everything Sunday.
Oof.
Yeah, so I gotta watch.
Binge session.
I leave. So my vacation we leave Saturday like early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I gotta watch Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, and Survivor Series all on Sunday. So
Rip.
Sunday I'm just sitting down watching wrestling all day, like 7 hours worth of wrestling. 7-8 hours. I don't know how long they plan on making Survivor.
Oh, did you see it's confirmed SmackDown and Raw are going to be 3 hours?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's
I figured as much. I figured once Raw went to Netflix and SmackDown came over to USA, I figured.
I like that.
Not came over.
Especially SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like, Raw needs it, but SmackDown really needs it.
SmackDown really, yeah.
And all that.
We need to be able to go back to because The Rock's coming back at some point, so
exactly.
It's like
we're gonna have those
going to be one of these times.
Segments.
Yeah, it's going to be 8:45 by the time they're leaving the ring.
Exactly.
Like that one time they did, but it was still a 2-hour show, so there was like barely an hour worth of wrestling.
Yep. That was a crazy segment, though.
I could not believe looking at my phone that night that it was like 8:43 and they're finally done. But anyway.
Next we had Piper and Green versus Bianca and Jade versus Damage Control versus the Metaphor Girls. I put one on Damage Control. He put one on Piper and Green. Piper and Green almost won.
For that.
Piper and Green almost won.
I thought it was gonna happen. You called me fucking crazy, and I thought it was gonna happen. So I just want to make sure.
I was like, oh shit, is he about to fucking get this point, bro? I was like, no shot.
I genuinely thought it was gonna happen.
I was like, no way, bro. There's actually no way.
Once the was it Piper that hit Chelsea? Or the other way around, or whatever.
Yeah.
I knew right then and there. I'm like, oh, nope. But
yeah, that was a good match. That was a really good match. I don't like how it's not a traditional Fatal 4-Way, though.
Yeah, where there's only 2 people are in. You could that's not. I
feel like that's I didn't like that. Stupid.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
Like, they went away from that for a while, and then they just went back to it for that pay-per-view match for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the random only 2 people are in when it's a Fatal 4-Way tag team.
Because they did a few matches with the men where it was like a triple threat tag team, and all 3 people were in the ring.
Yep.
And I was like, oh shit, I hope that's what it is for this pay-per-view match. And it wasn't. And I was like, damn, that's kind of whack.
Yeah. But yeah, no, good match. Thought I had it right for a second, but kind of should have figured that they weren't going to take the tag titles off Bianca and Jade. Then we had Seth Rollins and Big Bronson Reed, and I genuinely... I said Seth.
I put 7 on Bronson. Hayden put 5 on Seth.
So that was where you lost a lot of points right there.
So now we're 5-5. We're tied right now.
Oh, yeah, because I hadn't gotten any points at that point.
Yep.
But I kind of picked Seth because it's like, well, are you really going to have Seth put Bronson Reed over? But at the same time, as I'm watching, I'm like, a Bronson Reed win here would do a lot.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. That's why I put 7 points on him.
Yeah,
I really thought they were going to push him to the moon.
Yeah, I mean, everything you've done with him, but then you have him lose? I was like... I mean, I was like, hey, I picked the right winner, but I was like, huh?
I was kind of disappointed. Very disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
The ending of the match was kind of cool, where he was standing tall, and Seth Rollins was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You literally could see... that. Now, I can't read lips. But that time, it was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I had to read that word for word. I was like, oh, shit. He just got caught saying that on TV.
Yo, that was crazy, dude.
Oh, it was absolutely... The full standing stomp at the end off the top rope was nuts. And then for Bronson Reed to just stand up bloodied, it's like, yo.
I really don't see how they do that, though. Why did they do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They 1,000% should have pushed him.
I think him almost no selling is kind of the pushing point to where it's like, this guy just got beat. But if you really look at the end, he's the one standing tall almost.
And then the night after,
he's the one in the ring ready to
in the number one contenders match. Pretty much screwed the whole fucking number one contenders match, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But definitely took Rollins out of action in that match.
Mm-hmm.
Who won that? Damien?
Dominic
should have won. Dominic should have won.
Damien was the last person that should have won that.
Dominic should have won.
I'm just so tired of the shoving Rhea and Damien down our throats.
Yeah. It's been pretty annoying.
It's the one thing that Triple H kind of does that Vince used to do. It's like where you build this one or two people and you shove them down our throats.
Yep.
He's doing it with Damien. He's doing it with Cody. It's the one thing that he really can't get away from when it comes to the Vince booking.
Yeah.
The picking a person and running with it. Like, you have a whole roster. Sheamus could have won that and not really revitalized his career, but the guy's been a mid-carder for years. Where he's probably no doubt Hall of Famer.
I think he...
At the end when it's all said and done...
Yeah. He's a first ballot.
Why is he not being treated as such? Dom could have elevated... He wins that. Now, is he going to beat Gunther? No.
Because I think they're trying... No. I think they're trying to push Sheamus to the Intercontinental Championship so he can finish his Grand Slam.
That's right, he doesn't have that yet.
I think that's what they're trying to do. So pushing him to the World Heavyweight Championship would just make no sense in that way.
And then it was... Who was the last person?
Dominic, Seth.
Oh, Seth. And I kind of figured Seth wasn't going to win.
I knew Bronson Reed was coming out.
Yep.
It was very obvious after the finish from Crown Jewel.
Yeah. And then, all right, so then we had the
Liv versus
women's
Nia
Crown Jewel, and
we both picked Liv. I did 6.
I was gonna say, I believe I picked this right.
I did 6. Haidyn did 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm 11-9 at this point.
Yeah, so this is pretty much where you fall off.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured Liv would win. In the sense that it did, I guess I wouldn't have said, but
I'm fucking pissed.
I didn't think they would put it on Nia. Why, I don't know, but I think when you look at your two women's world champions, I think Liv gets more attention. I think Liv brings more eyes.
Tiffany's being put
absolutely mishandled.
Yes.
Absolutely mishandled.
She's being put out to look like a joke at this point.
Which sucks because she was pushed as one of the next biggest things.
She should have cashed in.
You have her win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and then you put her with Nia, where she's the little sidekick, who is this little annoying. I gotta admit, the character she's been playing is annoying.
Yep.
This annoying little yes girl to Nia. And then anytime something like what happened happens, she looks dumb. She looks stupid. It's like, what are we doing? We are fumbling Tiffany Stratton.
Yep. I hate it.
You went from pushing her as a top competitor in the female division and the women's division to
she as 1,000% should have cashed in that Crown Jewel.
If she didn't have that contract, you look at her as a jobber.
Yep.
What are we doing? I don't know. I think a lot of the way that Triple H's booking just
this story is taking too long. He wants long-term storytelling, but this is just too long.
But he's not doing anything with it.
Yeah.
It's just running stale and just seeing where it goes almost.
Yep.
It's like
pretty much.
There's multiple opportunities that she should have had, like Bad Blood. She should have cashed in.
Bad Blood, yep.
Crown Jewel, she should have cashed in, and yet you have her just get jobbed.
Crown Jewel should have been the trigger.
That should have been the tipping point.
Yeah. They should have pulled the trigger. I don't know why they didn't. I was very pissed. I was very disappointed. I was not happy.
You ain't the only one, dude. I mean, I was, before it seems like you kind of took a new perspective on her, I always was a Tiffany Stratton fan. So it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, Liv walks out a winner. Nia's a loser, and
then we have Kevin
Tiffany
Owens versus Randy Orton. Yeah, Tiffany.
Which never ended up actually happening.
A brawl,
no contest.
Nasty
the
brawl.
bell never rang. That was crazy.
Adam Pearce got hit with an RKO. A ref got hit with a stunner.
Insane.
Or was it? Was it a ref? I think it was a ref.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A ref or someone in a suit.
Yeah. That was.
No, it was
crazy.
a ref. It was a ref. It was a ref.
One of the best stunner sells I've seen since Austin Theories.
Now, if this leads to somehow Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes for the title, if you have Cody Rhodes beat Kevin when Kevin looks like this, when Kevin just did what he just did,
I don't get it.
If Kevin Owens loses to Cody Rhodes at any point in time, if that's what they build to, if they build to Cody going after Kevin now after what he just did, it's another.
So is Randy out?
I think it's a story because if you look up I went on
fucking thing that they said he had.
If you go on Google and look it up, it's like adults have symptoms up to 48 hours.
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, indefinite, no timetable. Like, the guy's probably gonna wake up sore for a couple of days, but he'll be fine.
Yeah.
You guys should probably find an injury that lasts a little longer than 2 days for adults.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm afraid to see what they do with Kevin Owens. I kind of like that they're putting Kevin Owens over again because he is talented.
His elbow drop through the table was crazy.
Yeah, I think he definitely deserves another run at the top.
Oh, for sure.
Like he said, like no one gave a shit.
Because Triple H gave it to him.
Triple H gave it to him, and then no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
About his run. No one really cared about it.
Because it didn't mean anything because Triple H gave it to him.
Where it's like, you take this Kevin Owens, and you put the WWE title on him, that man is going to do something.
Yep.
He's also probably going to defend it unlike Cody Rhodes does.
Imagine telling the fans that you're going to be a defending champion for over, 2 years, and then finally winning the belt and you don't do anything.
And you defend it, 4 times? Twice against AJ, Logan Paul, and Kevin Owens.
Couldn't be Roman, because Roman beat everyone, so.
Roman stopped defending it, but that was because at that point, like you said, he beat it. Who else was he going to face?
No
one.
He
had beaten everybody.
Yeah.
And whatever would have potentially originally happened, what we were supposed to get at WrestleMania, whether The Rock dethrones him or whatever, and you have, I think whatever should have happened at 40 is kind of what we might see at 41.
I don't think so.
I guess we'll see kind of what happens there. So. But
I think we're getting Cody Rock, unfortunately. But
I think that might have been the plan, per se, for... Well, I guess no, you would have had Roman Rock for 40.
Yeah.
And then go
because
from there.
Cody gave his spot.
Yeah.
And Cody said, I'm coming for that championship, but not at WrestleMania. And then he went back on his word.
Well, no, the guy... I'm sure he was forced to go out there and say that because he, first of all, fucked it up from the get-go.
Yep. You were not supposed to point at
Roman. But he, like we all said, he went into business for himself.
He could have had another banger with Rollins. Why not?
You could have.
Why not?
Now, do I think certain injuries happening maybe change some things? The
CM
Punk injury. Exactly, the Punk injury. because you probably, I don't know how, you probably would have had Punk, Rollins, or I don't know. Whatever they would have done there, but
I don't think Cody would have been on the card. I genuinely don't think Cody would have been on WrestleMania 40. And they had to put him somewhere.
About it,
they had to put him somewhere, so they...
I do wonder if Cody winning this back-to-back Rumble, if it was because Punk got hurt during, and I'm sure he knew, so he said something. He's like, well, we're not... I'm sure they were like, well, we're not going to have someone hurt win the Rumble, just in case. Because it's like, he knew right away he knew the next night, Monday, that he was going to be out.
Yep.
So it's like, if you have him win the Rumble, you're fucked.
Yep.
But anyway, let's get back to Crown Jewel. United States triple threat: LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade. Really good match.
You had
LA Knight comes out on
for
top.
3.
Yep.
I had Andrade for 2. You cooked me again.
Yeah, I didn't think that he would drop it. I think the WWE is really capitalizing on LA Knight's ability and his talent, both in the ring and on the mic. And I think if you take the title off him now, it's like, what are we doing? Especially to a guy like Andrade who, he's been back a bit, but he hasn't really done anything.
I just wanted his cockiness to bite him in the ass after ruining Game 7.
You could say that about any 3 of them, though. They're all cocky.
Yeah, but
Carmelo Hayes, if anything, is the cockiest.
Yeah, but he pulled the trigger on ruining a Game 7 that was arguably the best feud on SmackDown for a very long time.
I think they definitely overextended that feud. Like, you could have just had, you went weeks without some of these matches. Like, there were 2-3 weeks, or, sometimes 1 or 2 weeks in between.
Because they wanted to finish it at a PLE.
Yeah, I mean, you could have still done that.
They could have did it at Bad Blood, I guess.
Yeah. But, anyways, it was a really good match. LA Knight comes out on top.
Phenomenal finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love the double BFT. That shit was crazy.
That was good. And again, it just goes to showcase, LA Knight's ability.
Yep.
So, yeah, he comes out on top.
Sadly, I wanted Andrade to win because Andrade's come back and he hasn't really done anything. So, I kind of wanted him to get the belt. So he could be like a top mid-carder again. Like he was when he in his first run.
Yeah, and I mean, it's still not too late, but it's like, I think it's kind of another one of those where you're in a predicament. Do you completely extinguish the fire that LA Knight's got going right now? That's kind of how I looked at it when I made my prediction.
Yeah.
It's like LA Knight is on top. He's been on top for how long now? The fans are into him. He's in a groove. Like, do you really extinguish that fire? And especially when, the rematch clause isn't really a thing anymore.
They should fucking bring that back.
I mean, yeah.
I think they really should.
Like, I don't know why it's not a thing anymore.
Like, the next night on Raw, you get a rematch or whatever.
It doesn't have to be the next night, but it's like if you want to, it's got to be within the month.
Yeah. I don't think they should get the rematch at the PLE, at the next PLE.
Like, if the next PLE comes and goes, but no, you're right. I don't think that either.
I think it should be on a Raw or a SmackDown where they have another championship match. Because they barely do those anymore. And that's one of the reasons they don't is because the rematch clause is not a thing anymore.
I think if you bring the rematch clause back, you bring some excitement to having a title match on Raw or SmackDown.
Exactly.
And then you see what happens. You can start building towards the next PLE from there.
Exactly.
But I agree with you. You should not have a rematch at a PLE.
AJ Styles. Anyways.
Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn. Although Braun was the challenger twice going in, so.
Yeah. So was AJ.
True. But that was just because of what AJ did and the whole Mark Henry bullshit.
I told you Cody Rhodes is John Cena. I literally told you.
100%. 100%. It sucks to see Cody Rhodes is not a tenth of the talent that John Cena is. Cody Rhodes won't ever be a tenth of the talent that John Cena is or has or had, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
I definitely think that you should have them face each other, and I think Cena should win in his retirement tour. And be like, you still ain't me, kid.
I don't think they would do that. I really don't think they would do that. I think they would put Cody over Cena. I genuinely think they would put Cody over Cena.
I don't think so.
But because they want the crowd to know that he's the new John Cena. And the only way to do that is to put him over John Cena.
Yeah, but I don't think they do that.
I think they would do that 1,000%.
Especially when you've had Cena lose to fucking Austin Theory.
What if we got Cena versus Cody at Mania?
I don't see that happening.
And Rock versus Roman.
Don't see that. But anyway, on to the final match of the card.
Gunther versus Cody.
Cody Rhodes, Gunther for the men's Crown Jewel Championship. And what a stupid fucking ending.
That was ass. That was terrible. Everyone on Twitter liked it.
Overseas PLE that you've gone into for weeks.
Everyone on Twitter liked it.
I don't get it.
Because it doesn't make Gunther look weak.
It doesn't. And that's kind of where I was just about to go. It's like, you didn't have. Was it a clean ending? Yes, but Cody didn't knock Gunther down and keep him down for 3. He got a reverse roll, well, not even a roll up, but a reversal pin that kept Gunther. That got Gunther down quick.
Yeah.
So. You knew Cody was gonna win.
He shouldn't have.
And that's where I took the big lead because you said Gunther.
Yep.
And Cody was my most confident answer, my most confident winner. So, Cody ended up winning that. It wasn't a bad match. There were a couple of times where I thought Gunther should have had it when he caught him off the cutter.
Yep.
And had him in a sleeper. I thought there was 2-3 times where he had him in a sleeper, and I'm like, dude, Cody. But of course, Cody visually, you looking at him, he's knocking out. But no, the referee does the whole hand thing, and he's like,
so corny, bro. It's so corny.
Again, it goes back to the point that I made earlier, where with like Rhea and Damian, you're running with one person and shoving him down our throats.
Yep.
It's again, I'll say it again, Triple H. This is the one of the biggest things that he cannot get away from the way Vince did it. He learned from Vince. You got to look at it that way. He learned from Vince. And this is what Triple H knows how to do, even though he obviously has had his own style and has done some really great things for the company, match-wise and development-wise.
For sure.
You got to remember, he still learned from Vince.
Yeah.
So.
Which is unfortunate because Cody Rhodes doesn't deserve anything he has right now.
Not an ounce.
He left the company on bad terms and came back, and now he's the biggest
Left
face.
the company on bad terms. Metaphorically shit on Triple H on multiple occasions.
Exactly.
But then just comes back and gets handed everything.
I
gave him the key to the fucking company.
I think Cody has some dirt on him. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think. I think it's just for some reason people are taking to Cody Rhodes.
I don't understand why. He's not very good.
Let me put it this way. I would never call myself I would have never called myself a Cody Rhodes fan. But I was into him when he kind of came over, and at the time I wasn't big into Seth. I didn't like the character.
I didn't like him either.
So I was like, he's fighting Seth. He looks strong. He's beating him, like this and that. I'm like,
3-0 though. You don't let Seth win once. How do you not let Seth win once? Backlash, Seth Rollins should have won, and then Cody should have won at Hell in a Cell with his torn pec, like he did.
Yeah.
But to go up 3-0 against a Hall of Famer is fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure. And, I didn't mind him, and I was, I'm like, Cody Rhodes, pretty cool, cool entrance, cool music, cool character, persona type. But at the same time, he fucked it up. He went and won the Rumble and went after Roman Reigns. And right then and there, that was, nope, fuck you, dude. That's all it took from me. You went after Roman Reigns. That's literally all it took.
He realizes there's another title, right?
There was a title on the show he was on. He was on Raw.
I know.
What are you doing, dude? Fuck off. You were on Raw. There's a World Heavyweight Championship. Fuck off.
Facts.
There's no reason that you get to come back and in 2 years are pretty much handed the key to the company.
Yeah.
Where you missed a portion of those 2 years, might I add.
Like.
With the pec injury.
Like 70% of it.
I wouldn't say that much.
No, it was like 8 or 9 months. It was a long fucking time.
It was like what 7-8 months, but I mean he was still back for 2 years. So I mean he was, I'd say about half, maybe a little under half. And it's like, oh, you get to come back, win the Royal Rumble
twice, back to back.
What? Yeah. I don't. You're back for. You haven't been back 3 years. You come back. You've been handed the Royal Rumble twice. You've been handed the main event of WrestleMania twice.
3 times.
He wasn't the main event.
Yes, he was. 4 times,
Seth?
actually.
When? Oh.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I forgot.
Roman
about
Reigns.
Yep, you're right.
Rock Roman.
I totally forgot
Rock
about
Roman,
the tag.
Seth, Cody.
Yeah. So
And
3 times. You're right.
4 times. He faced Seth.
Was that the main
event?
event?
That was the main event match. Kevin Owens and Stone Cold was the main event segment that got turned into a match. So I guess you could call that the main event match, but
I feel like I don't remember that, but sure, whatever.
Yeah. Seth and Cody was the main event match of night 1.
All right. So you've been back 3 years. You get handed 4 main event WrestleMania matches, 2 Royal Rumble wins, and and you get to take down the most dominating man this company has seen in 40 years, 50 years. No fucking way, dude. And then you get to go overseas and beat one of the most dominating men we've seen again
since Roman Reigns.
The last 2-3 years. And beat him too?
Yeah, I don't get it.
No
I really don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand the run that they have him on. I don't think he deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
So, but unfortunately, that's the way things swing. That's the way things went at Crown Jewel. I ended up winning our prediction. And we kind of went over the whole Bloodline thing. I think that's going to be your biggest running story going into the Royal Rumble, maybe even Elimination Chamber. I don't know. But yeah.
Oh, we forgot to bring that up. Sami Zayn's Helluva Kick to Roman. That shit was crazy.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
That was insane.
We completely just...
I was sitting there with my mouth open for a good 40 seconds.
I was like, I am very surprised that the way Jimmy acted.
Yeah.
He just got in his face. He didn't super kick him.
Yep.
And I think it's kind of a telltale of like where they're going with this. Because it's like Jimmy could have just kicked him in the fucking face. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Kicked him in the face. And then you figure out the details between him and Jay. But like I said earlier, I think Jay, if they don't figure out Jay, if Jay doesn't fall in line, they're screwed at War Games. Screwed.
I also think they make it
War Games, by the way.
What?
I do think The Rock is coming back for War Games.
Do you think we get 5v5?
Do
you think we get 5v5?
Yes. And I don't think you realize there was another way that Solo teased The Rock last night. Or not last night, the other night.
I didn't watch SmackDown.
Okay,
I was at New Japan.
Solo Well, so Roman, that's right, you were. So Roman
that show
was
was
saying,
fucking
like,
good, by the way.
So Roman was like, "Oh, you talk," because something about war or whatever. He's like, "You talking about war games?" He's like, "I only see 4 of you."
Yeah.
Solo goes, 1. Goes over to Tama Tonga. 2. Jacob. 3. Goes over to Tama Tonga. 4. And I'm like, yeah. And the entire time I'm like, yo, because there were rumors that The Rock might come back.
He was
again.
There was rumors
like,
that he was at the arena.
I know that's what I saw that. I'm like, yo. Like, is his music about to hit? And he's like, and 5 is my dog Sami Zayn. But if you looked at what Solo was wearing, was a whole different story. Do you remember the infamous picture of The Rock with the black turtleneck and the gold chain? And the jeans? That everybody makes fun of him for? Because
yes.
I think he's a fanny pack too.
He was wearing that?
That's what Solo was wearing.
No way.
The pants, a black turtleneck, and a gold chain.
No way.
That's what he was wearing on Friday night. Look it up.
What was it? That was last Friday?
Yeah. He was wearing the black turtleneck, gold chain. See if I can find a picture of it.
Sorry, guys. I'm just looking for this picture. Oh, shit. Yo, he was.
He's got the black turtleneck and the gold chain.
Yo.
So, people kind of instantly made that connection, and it's like, I do think we get a 5v5. I think Rock is with Solo, because you remember when they ran away at that...
Cody?
Cody's going to get involved again, maybe? Because, I mean, who else do you bring back from the... There is no other OG Bloodline member.
But he's the Crown Jewel champion and whatever, MLW or something. I don't fucking know what.
Yeah, it's just it becomes interesting because
he's also the MLW World Champion, I think, or something. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't follow that shit.
I don't either. But it's like, how do you run with it? Because
sorry, our cameras were black. By the way, I was looking up the picture on Google, so. Our cameras went black for a second.
The Rock teams with Solo. Because if you remember when they ran away at Bad Blood, Solo was like, oh, it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan.
Yep.
So I think he gets involved. I don't know where the 5v5 comes from. Because there's no other member of the OG Bloodline. The OG Bloodline was the 4 of them in Solo. Unless Solo, like, turns or something. But you wouldn't do that to him.
Who do we get?
I'm assuming Cody. But I think Cody, at the same time, they've said Cody's
not,
business.
And he's not supposed to be on the card either.
So, I don't know. But that about wraps up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning in.
Yep. We'll be back again with another video soon. Probably, next week?
At some point, yeah. But let us know in the comments what you guys thought of Crown Jewel, what your predictions were, what you thought of our predictions, how yours went, and let us know what you guys think about what's going on for the next couple of months in WWE. See you next time.
Peace.
Peace.